Hi, my name is Gloria Brouse, and I live up the hill. I pretty much grew up right here in the valley, and this place is pretty important to me because my dad was born in this house, and I'm very interested in the history of this valley. My grandparents bought the place. Agnes and Clarence Heeter bought the place in the early 1920s. And so my dad always had a lot of stories about this place, and my aunts and uncles, and playing with Indian kids down here. A lot of stories. But some of the best stories about this place was the fact that they had so many barn dances down here. And they went on for years and years. My grandpa would play the fiddle, and another good old boy would play the piano. And people would come from miles around. A guy named Earl McGuire that lived down the next place south would come, and his car was famous. It was called the White Rock Express, and he'd go around and he'd pick up everybody around the area and take them home. And I guess he had to take them home because I guess there was a lot of Templeton rye drinking going on down here. And we didn't really know about that until we heard this song by the Nadas that my brother discovered that talked about the Heeter house and the river barn and how Al Capone would come here and drink Templeton rye. So that really sparked us kids' interest, and we wanted to find out why they were saying this stuff about our grandparents, because we didn't know there was a lot of drinking going on down here, because our grandparents didn't want to tell us that. But in talking to Jason and some of the guys from the band, we found out that the people around Templeton knew about this place really well, and that the stories were true, and that came from a lot of people. Al Capone did come here and buy Templeton rye, and I guess my great uncle Pete made a lot of trips to Chicago mysteriously on the train and delivered some Templeton rye. So it's famous. It's famous to us, and it's famous, I guess, to a lot of other people.
Oh, he has a mean, mean thirst. Take the rest to the river house barn, out and back of the Heeter Farm. Pretty girl walking on my arm, guided by the moonlight, so let the barn burn.
Folks bought the place, two places north of here in 1969, so I guess I was 5, telling my age when we moved in up there. And so yeah, I've been in this valley pretty much my whole entire life. And as you get older, you know, you appreciate your heritage more, and where you're from, and what your parents were like, and what they did, and how they were raised. So this whole valley's been a huge interest to me, but just knowing the history of this barn anyway has been fantastic, and all the things that went on here, and all the strawberries my grandparents grew down in this valley, and all the hard times and the good times. But the one thing that was constant was the parties and the the drinking, and it's still going on here, and it's fantastic to come here almost every weekend and have a party that you can come to. Saying earlier with my great-grandpa playing the fiddle, and then this other guy playing the piano. His name was Roy Halladay, but it wasn't the famous one. I don't know what, I guess other people would bring guitars and whatnot and join in once in a while, but I know those two guys for sure played instruments. And
what were their names again?
Well, my grandpa would be Clarence Heeter, and he played the fiddle, and then this other guy was Roy Halladay. And he was a teacher, a band teacher, I guess, or music teacher in Coon Rapids, and he would somehow get a piano out here, and so they'd probably rock the house down.
Born in a cloud of dust, broke the best of us, sweating poverty, a desperate time. And they took our drink away. How we supposed to live that way? Nothing takes away the pain like Templeton rye.